Hey there, veteran Guardians and New Light players. This is Delta 115 bringing you guys a new Destiny 2 video. Today is week 6 of Season 23, Season of the Wish, and we're going to continue the next few steps for the Wishing All the Best quest. And I also forgot, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first video for the year 2024. For those out there, happy belated New Year, because, I don't know, let's just say we can get a good year of Destiny, hopefully, and some gaming content, because I'm thinking about it. Well, enough of me ranting, let's start this quest.
The Techians have determined the trajectory of my final egg. It won't be within our reach for some time. A fortunate delay, according to Petra. She and the Techians have a plan. Guardians complain of the nature of Ahamkara, that we hoard secrets like you hoard weapons. Then you understand us. Why demand a river flow uphill? We all have our settled natures. This isn't Ahamkara's. Once, it was Queen Mara's. She's been working to change herself, altering the river's course. I'm forced to trust this new Mara, despite what I am. As are you, despite what you are. You and I will see where the river flows.
Alright, feel free to pause the video if you want to read this dialogue that Riven has spoken to us, but for now, I'm going to accept it. What's the next step? Oh, talk to Crow. Okay, that was unexpected. Going to see Crow. Hey, Crow.
Guardian, I'm glad you're here. I've been thinking about what Riven said. If we have to pin all our hopes on a single person, there's one obvious choice. But I think I have a better idea. Now hear me out. If you go through the portal, there's no way we can send anyone in after you. You'd be out there on your own. But Mara and I share a bond. Even across the Ascendant Plane, I can always sense where she is. And the same goes for her. So, let me do it. If I go through the portal, Mara can use our connection to guide everyone through to, well, wherever I end up. I plant the beacon, and you come and kick the door down. Please, Guardian. I have to believe I was reforged in the light for a purpose. I can do this. We can do this. I just have to tell Mara.
Well, good luck with that, Crow. I don't know how Mara's gonna react. But anyways, again, feel free to pause the video if you want to read this dialogue of Crow's plan. But for now, I'm going to accept it. What's our next step? Oh boy! We're gonna go talk to Petra. Joy. Is this like a conversation instead of action? That's one interesting week. Alright.
The final egg lies in the heart of the confluence, where the Queen's throne sits in the Dreaming City. It's hidden in a far corner, inaccessible except through the dormant Oracle Engine. Reactivating the engine would be trivial, if not for the Vex. We've been spending our focus on claiming eggs, while the Soul Divisive encircles our walls. Another threat to this system, and it's the Reef and its people that pay for it once again. War always comes with a cost, but every day seems to bring a new one. There's never time to rebuild. When this is done, if we're still standing, the Reef and its people come first for me. I hope I'll have your support in that. Locate the Vex Oracles preventing us from accessing the Oracle Engine. Destroy them. Then we can get on with this bargain. The witness lies just beyond our reach.
Once again, feel free to pause the video if you want to read this dialogue that Petra has spoken to us. But for now, I'm going, yet again, accept this. Okay. So, we're gonna go to these locations. Let me go to a better one. Alright. We need to defeat combatants and destroy Vex Oracles in these 3 locations. Spine of Caries, Harbingers Clued, and Gardens of Isilla. Boy, after 3 separate conversations, it led us to this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am almost done with this step. I've already completed Harbingers Seclude and Gardens of Isilla areas, so all I have left is Spine of Caries. If you want to know what the locations are, it doesn't show on my map because I completed them, but Gardens of Isilla is this location here, and Harbingers Seclude is this location right over here. So, Spine of Caries is my last location, located here. You'll see this icon hovering on those 3 separate locations when you're doing this step. Now, to progress this bar, for the Spine of Caries bar, there are 2 ways. It says the first way is to defeat combatants, and when you do defeat combatants, they drop these gambit motes. I already killed this guy, so he dropped 2 of these. This guy over here as well. You get these prismatic telemetry items from your enemies. And the second way to progress is the oracles. For those who don't know what the oracles look like, it's this gigantic diamond right here. And when you destroy it, it gives you 25 prismatic telemetry. So how much is that? So by picking up a couple of those motes and destroying that telemetry, that got me about 33%. So it'll take me a while to find more enemies and oracles, so just give me a few minutes. Alright, now that step is complete, our next step is to do blind well runs. Why blind well runs? Really? And if I'm correct about this, we have to do 2 tier 4 blind well runs. Just 2 tier 4s, pretty much. Great. Alright. Step is done. Now we can visit Mara's throne world. You know, it's kind of funny because I thought you're going to need this bounty, which was back in Forsaken, which was this one. I thought you need this for the offering, but turns out you don't need it at all. Well, that's fine. At least I can get some bonus loot after this. Who knows? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm at the Spine of Caries, so I can give the Oracle offering to access Mara's throne. Now, quick reminder just to let you guys know, you know that bounty I said earlier, the weekly bounty that gives you this Oracle offering? If you have that, uh, fair warning, it would bug this step. So what happens is, long story short, you'll enter Mara's throne world, but there's a chest there which overwrites your quest step. But don't worry, your offering for this seasonal step is still there. It's just letting you finish this weekly bounty off first before doing the actual step. So there's no harm if you're kind of worried that you finished the step but it's not progressing. That's because you had that weekly bounty that kind of messed up a few things. But if you finish the weekly bounty, then you're good to go. You can proceed. So present offering. Wait for it to access. Let's head in. Okay. Oh, here. Interact.
How long has it been since I last set foot within these halls? An isolated throne, overlooking an endless cosmic expanse. A symbol of who I once was. Distant, detached, inscrutable. But as my brother has changed, so too have I. No longer do I sow solitude and reap remorse. I choose, instead, to trust. I have no further need for this chamber, but with the Oracle Engine restored, we can reach the heart of the confluence and the final egg. Return for now. When the time comes, we will complete our bargain and trust Riven to keep her word.
Alright, our step's done, and our next one is to talk to Crow at the helm. But before I do that, I want to get this, because this is a really nice view, and there's a... well, not gonna lie, you'll never see this ever again. I mean, you gotta love screenshots, right? And besides, with all that, you know, your own free time, you can look around and stuff. It's not much, pretty, you know, always there is like some kind of walking compass thingy and a hollow projector of the pyramid back then, before Shadowkeep, Beyond Light, Witch Queen, you know, before those expansions. Good times it was. Good times. Alright guys, we have returned to the helm. Let's see this conversation.
Why is your first inclination ever to charge headlong into danger?
Because you're always keeping an eye on me.
You have fallen from my sight before. I may lose you.
It is impossible to know the probability of success. But,
Don't give me that. This is exactly like something you do.
yes. Queen Mara.
You are not sending him, Osiris.
No, of course. But, if he were to reach the other side, your connection, like the Traveler in the Veil, was forged in a collision of light and dark. It is a tangible thing.
We do not know that it would remain so. Whoever goes, more than likely goes alone.
Our problem has always been focused. By aligning your and Crow's connection with the Veil. Entangled on either side of the Traveler, I believe I can forge a bridge between you. One we could all traverse safely.
I'd be a flare in the darkness for Osiris. Then we call in the cavalry. You could find me in the storm, sister. Tell them where to go.
Do you know what you are asking?
The Guardian would be but a step behind him.
I cannot keep you from your purpose. I cannot control this. And so, I put my trust in you. All of you. You will return to me.
Let's get to work.
How do you propose we compensate for the quantum?
You won't be but a step behind him, will you? Take care of him.
Oh boy. Another responsibility to take care of. Anyways, our next step is to talk to Riven. Hello, Riven.
The Queen and her brother, they impressed me. I appreciated their natures, Mara's skill in crafting wishes, her self-controlled cleverness. Uldren's ambition, his endless struggle for a greater prize to lay at his sister's feet. Now they have reached beyond their original natures, all for the greater good. Altruism. It's too rich for my blood, too risky. Such vulnerability, and for what payoff? Still, the altruists can be even more dangerous to their enemies than the ambitious. If self-preservation isn't a concern, what can stop you? If you can't be predicted, how can you be countered? Dangerous. But that danger can be compelling. Don't you find?
Alright, feel free to pause the video if you want to read this dialogue that Riven has spoken to us. But for now, I'm going to pick up my reward. And that's the end of week 6 of the seasonal quest story. Now before I end this video, ladies and gentlemen, every weekly reset, we get a radio message. So I'm going to mute my mic and let you guys hear it.
Are you sure you want this?
Osiris thinks it's the best shot we've got.
You didn't answer my question.
I don't know. I've been trying to find what I want my whole life, even as Uldren. I used to think the Traveler gave me purpose. Uldren thought his came from you.
I never meant to twist you so, only to keep you safe. My protection turned malignant. For that, I am sorry.
It wasn't just you. Uldren heard your heartbeat and chose to make that his core. He mistook impulse from meaning. I won't. So, I guess it's not that I want this. I need it. I believe in it. And even if I don't make it, everyone else just might.
I sacrificed you before to preserve a chance for a future. I can't do that again.
I'll be fine, as long as you and I stick together. Remember, Rega?
Still subsisting off stories of hope and bravery. I have missed you.
I guess I always have been one to fill my head with nonsense, right?
Your hope is not nonsense. It is a vital line of sustenance, one I have learned through our people. Fill your heart with it, and I will keep you in mine until you return to me.
I will.
Go then. Find purpose of your own, and not one of mine or anyone else's making.
Thank you, sister. You'll see me again. And this time, I'll remember you.
And that's the end of the video, ladies and gentlemen. So, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and check out my YouTube channel for the latest Destiny 2 and other gaming content. And also, if you want to get notified and for extra content, you can check out my socials, which the links will be down in the description box below. That is all, my fellow Guardians. This is Delta 115, signing out.